in Japan. That's what I'll try to be today. It's Tokyo Haneda. Onegaishimasu.
This is Tokyo Haneda Airport. With close to 79 million passengers in 2023, it ranks as the 5th busiest airport in the world by passenger traffic. Tokyo Haneda is hub for all Nippon and Japan airlines, and an operating base for Skymark and Star Flyer. It also gets many different international airlines, as it is used by close to 50 different carriers. Tokyo Haneda Airport has 4 runways. During north wind operations, aircraft arrive on runways 34 left and 34 right and depart from runways 34 right and 05. During south wind operations, aircraft depart from 16 left and 16 right and arrive mostly to runways 22 and 23. Welcome to Tokyo Haneda Airport.
Welcome to Tokyo Haneda. Let the challenge begin. Let's see the weather. Wind is 260 degrees, 7 knots. Okay, so the wind is coming from approximately from here. So that means it's going to be a little bit of a crosswind for these main runways, but we are going to use 3-4 left and 3-4 right. And then probably we are going to use for departures the runway 22 also. So a little bit of crosswind for that also, but not that much. So I think that will be fine. That's how we're going to do it this time. So let's select the 3-4 left for arrivals. Look at this. Look at these lights. The nav lights are on. There's going to be a ton of Japan Airlines that are going to ask for pushback soon, and we already have 2 from the All Nippon. So let's get to work then. All Nippon 667 Whiskey Heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right.
Pushback approved, expect runway 34 right.
All Nippon 723, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right. I have played this Tokyo Haneda quite a few times because I really like this airport. This is such a nice airport to control, one of my favorites. So I played it quite a few times, but not recently. So I think it has been a few months since I've been here, so I need to set up the cameras. Ooh, look at this, there's a Finnair plane. Oh, I'm so hoping that they will be departing, but if I remember correctly, they're scheduled a little bit later, so unfortunately it's probably not going to happen, but Finnair, it's nice. A350. Delta 166 Heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 22. Let's have them go to
pushback approved, expect runway 22.
All Nippon 723, runway 34 right. All Nippon 667 Whiskey Heavy, runway 34 right. All Nippon 35 Heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right. Air Japan 852 Heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land. This is
runway 34 right.
the start already. So much things are happening. We have first plane on approach. We have already 2 planes taxiing towards the runway. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pushback requests, and it has been only a few minutes, so it's going to get very hectic. Delta 166 Heavy, runway 22. Let's see what kind of routing they are wanting to take. They are going on here. I think that's the most logical, I guess so. Delta 166 Heavy, good job pilots for figuring out the most efficient taxi routing all on your own. See, that makes it a lot easier for us people working here in the tower. We don't have to control every minor little detail, so Delta has some proficient pilots, I can see. New Sky 17, pushback approved, expect runway 22. China Eastern 790, runway 22. Probably they have equally smart pilots. Oh, they have some smart pilots. Okay, well, maybe there I would have, here. I would have continued to taxi here and then cross, but that's fine. That's so fine. This is such a busy airport that I don't need extra challenge at the moment, but if you want extra challenge, then I suggest that you use the runway setup where you get arrivals on both of these runways. So 3-4 right, 3-4 left at the same time while you are managing the departures. That's the extra challenge. I've done it a few times and it wasn't easy, but it's doable. But I think it's too much of a challenge for me to be able to speak to you at the same time. I would be just, constantly only giving commands, and I want to be able to share my thoughts once in a while in the process, so that's why I'm leaving that extra bit of a challenge from this one. Only bound 109 heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land. Only bound 258 heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land. Only bound 723, runway 34 right, clear for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Only bound 667 whiskey heavy, runway 34 right, line up and wait. Okay, let's give them takeoff clearance. Let's line up the other one. There's a third one coming. And we have the first arrival, which we need to already figure out how they are going to get to the terminal. They're going over there. Okay, luckily we have the news guy already taxiing, so we can direct them via Juliet Romeo, I think. Alpha Juliet Romeo. Yep. Air Japan 852 heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha Juliet Romeo. Not Alpha 5.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha 5, Juliet, Romeo.
Air Japan 852 heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha Juliet Romeo. That's the way.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha.
They are
Juliet,
waiting on the holding points for crossing. Let's see the next aircraft. Next aircraft is just about to touch down, so we cannot cross them yet. It's here. After that we can cross them to go to the runway 22. At least we can cross the Delta, maybe not the China Eastern because Air Japan is taxiing here, so we don't want them to get in the way. Oh, it's busy. Japan Air 159, runway 34 right via Alpha. Japan Air 159, runway 34 right via Alpha.
Runway 34
Japan
left.
Air 189, runway,
Japan
not
Air
runway,
Direct
need to give them pushback. Come on!
34 right via Alpha.
Japan Air 189, pushback
159.
approved, expect runway 34 right.
Pushback approved, expect runway 34
Let's
right.
check the only
Japan
point.
Air 189er.
We're going the same way. Only bound 109 heavy, taxi to terminal via Juliet Romeo. Delta 166 heavy, cross runway 16 right. China Eastern 790, cross runway 16 right.
Cross runway 16 right, China Eastern 790.
Next one is
South,
an approach,
Japan
but
Air
the China
632
Eastern
heavy
should
on
be
final
able
34
to
left.
cross the runway before they arrived. And we can send another plane
Staff
from here.
5 with information
and from
Charlie.
here.
Requesting push and start.
Only bound 667 whiskey heavy, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Only bound 35 heavy, runway 34 right, land and wait.
Runway 34 right. Cleared for takeoff. On
Only
reaching
bound
altitude
265
1000,
heavy, pushback approved,
contact
expect runway
departure.
34 right.
Only bound 667 whiskey heavy.
Airdo 79, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right. New Sky 17, runway 22, line up and wait. Let's line them up. I don't want to take a risk
Runway
because there's
22,
another
line
plane on
up and
approach.
New Sky
If they need to go around or if it's a misapproach, we don't want to be having a plane taking off the crossing runway 22 at the same time, so that's something we need to be careful. So let's line them up and send them only after they have landed, but we can send from here. Only bound 35 heavy, runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Japan Air 159, runway 34 right, line up and wait. Okay, so Japan Air is coming already from here, so we can line them up already at this point.
On reaching altitude 1000.
And the Japan Air is just about to touch down.
Only
Only bound
2
258 heavy, taxi to terminal via Juliet Romeo.
Runway 34 right. Line up and
We're
wait.
going the same
Japan
way.
Air 159er.
Ski mark 723, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right. Japan Air 239, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right. Japan Air 632 heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land. Japan Air 44 heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land.
taxi to terminal via Juliet, Romeo. All Nippon 258 Heavy.
Looking good, looking good. It's
Pushback approved, expect runway
busy
34
start,
right,
sure, and
73.
it's looking beautiful. The moon is out there, it's getting dark. There's only a little bit of light in the horizon when the sun has set. Here in Tokyo, busy start. Just the way I like it. Now we can send from here.
Ground.
Newscar 17, runway 22, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 166 heavy, runway 22, line up and wait. Japan Air 239, runway 34 right. Send them.
Runway 34 right, line up and wait. Japan Air
They have
189.
just enough time to get past before they come here. They're hustling. They're hustling quite
Japan Air
fast over there.
239 are ready to taxi.
No worries there. They got out of the way just on
Ground.
time.
All
Just in
Nippon
time.
1097
Just in time.
with information.
And this one
target
is going to the
requesting
same
push and
place
start.
basically. Ski mark 723, runway 34 right via Alpha. Let's send them on Alpha so they get in
Runway
front of
34
this
right,
returning
via
Japan Air.
Alpha. Ski mark 723.
Ski mark 521, pushback approved, expect runway 22. United 804 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 22.
Runway
Okay.
34 left.
A lot of
Cleared
things
land
happening.
on Nippon 408 heavy.
This is
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Japan Air
this is a busy
632
start.
heavy.
I need to be very
Pushback approved,
concentrated
expect runway 22.
all the time
United
because
804
it's
heavy.
easy to make mistake. It's easy to forget something. It's easy to overlook something. If you have watched some of my previous episodes, you have noticed that I have made some
United
mistakes and
804 heavy with information
they happen so easily. If
requesting
you just
push and
lose
start.
focus for 1 second, you forget about some plane and then, you know, they're taxiing into each other or something like that. With so much things going on at the same time, it's difficult to remember everything. Do you think I remember everything? Do you? Japan Air 189, runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Starflyer 85, runway 34 right, line up and wait. Not turn right,
Runway 34 right, cleared.
turn
for
right.
takeoff on
Negative.
reaching altitude
I'm on the
1000.
ground.
Contact departure.
Soon.
Japan Air
Negative, I'm on the
189.
ground.
Command Propertier. Staff Flyer 85.
Command property error.
Ground, United 804 heavy ready to taxi.
Starflyer 85, I have needed the time or inclination to explain myself to you.
Duplicated command.
Duplicated
Starflyer
command.
85.
One of my favorites, that is. Duplicated command. You and your duplicated commands.
Japan
Starflyer
Air
85,
327
runway
heavy with
34
information
right,
target
line up and wait.
requesting push and start.
Runway 34 right. Line up and wait. Staff Flyer 85.
Only Bond 224 heavy, taxi to terminal via Juliet. Delta 166 heavy, runway 22, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Cleared for takeoff.
How
On
close
reaching
is the next
altitude
one?
1000,
Really close.
contact departure. Delta
That
166
should
heavy.
still be okay, I think.
Tower, All Nippon 970 heavy on final
I hope.
34 left.
I hope that this is okay, come on. They are close to touchdown,
Japan
but
Air 523
we
heavy
should
with
have
information
enough
Delta
time to get past.
requesting push and start.
Come on, please, don't let this be a mistake. Not this early into the game. Come on, Delta, please hurry up. Please. Yes. They're now just about to touch down. Just a tiny bit of marching there.
Ground radio check.
That was
Accurate.
close.
China Eastern 790.
China Eastern. China Eastern is getting impatient. China Eastern 790, runway 22, line up and wait. I'm reading you loud and clear.
Runway 22. Line up and wait. China Eastern 790.
Japan Air 523 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right. Japan Air 695, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right. Starflyer 85, runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Airdus 79, runway 34 right, line up and wait. Japan Air 239, hold position.
Pushback approved. Expect
Ski
runway
mark
34 right.
first.
Japan Air 6905.
Airdo 67, runway 34 right. Only bound 1097, runway 34 right. Only bound 970 heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land. Only bound 32 heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land. China Eastern 790, runway 22, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Ski mark 521, runway 22, line up and wait. Airdo 79, runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. All Nippon 265 heavy, runway 34 right, line up and wait. A lot of things going on.
Taxi to terminal.
Let's see, we would need to give them pushbacks quite soon. The Delta is going, probably Ski mark is coming somewhere here. Ski mark 016, taxi to terminal. Here they are.
Line up and wait. Ski mark
Pushbacks soon.
521.
They're ready to taxi.
Japan Air 6905 ready to taxi.
65
Ground.
ready to taxi.
Japan 523 heavy
And
ready to
they-
taxi.
Japan Air 695, runway 34 right via Alpha. Japan Air 523 heavy, runway 34 right via Alpha.
Runway 34 right via Alpha. Japan Air 6905.
Japan Air 439, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right.
Runway 34 right via Alpha.
Only bound 265 heavy, runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Ski mark 723, runway 34 right, line up and wait. Japan Air 239, continue taxi. Okay.
Pushback.
Shouting
Expect
commands.
runway 34 right.
Japan Air
Japan Air 439er.
327 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right. Japan Air 589, standby. United 804 heavy, cross runway 16 right.
Runway 34
Only
right.
bound
Line up and wait.
970
Ski
heavy,
mark
taxi to
73.
terminal via Alpha.
United 804 heavy. Taxi to
Then
terminal. On Nippon 970
They are
heavy.
coming
Taxi
here.
to terminal via
I
Alpha.
think we want
On
to
Nippon
use Golf.
970 heavy.
Only bound 970 heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha Golf.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Golf. On Nippon 970 heavy.
Only bound 637, runway 34 right via Mike 2 Charlie. Yes.
Runway 34 right via Mike 2.
Airdo 87 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right. Japan Air 327 heavy, runway 34 right via Alpha.
Negative. Need pushback first. Japan Air 327 heavy.
Are there not pushbacks yet?
Tower.
going
Japan Air 496 on final 34 left.
Ground. Japan Air 439er ready to
No,
taxi.
Japan Air 327 heavy, runway 34 right via Alpha.
Runway 34 right via Alpha. Japan Air 327 heavy.
Japan Air 15 heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left.
Ski mark
Clear to
521,
land.
runway 22,
Japan
clear
Air
for takeoff
15
upon
heavy.
reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 804 heavy, runway 22, line up and wait. And from here,
Runway 22.
Ski mark 723, runway 34 right,
Contact departure. Ski mark
clear for
521.
takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Only bound 1097, hold position. Japan Air 239, runway 34 right, line up and wait. Japan Air 695, hold position.
Runway 22. Line up and wait.
Only bound
United
1097, continue taxi. Yeah,
Runway
let's
34
move
right.
that
Clear to
way.
take off on reaching altitude 1000. Contact
Japan Air
departure.
796, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Ground. Airdo 87 heavy ready to taxi.
Only bound 32 heavy, taxi to terminal via Juliet Echo. Yes, it's
Taxi to terminal via Juliet. Echo. All Nippon
Airdo
32
is ready
heavy.
to taxi. Airdo 87 heavy, runway 34 right via Charlie. Japan Air 5 was first. Japan Air 589, pushback approved, expect runway 22. Ski mark 023, pushback approved, expect runway 22. Japan Air 669, standby.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 22. Japan Air 5.
Japan Air 15 heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha. We sent them on Alpha, so it doesn't bother these pushbacks here.
Mark 023.
Stand by. Japan Air 669.
They have just landed,
Runway
so
34
we
right
can
via
send
Alpha.
from
Japan
here.
Air 439er.
United 804 heavy. Runway 22 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. The
Runway
next
34
one should
left.
be far
Clear to
enough.
land. Japan Air
Yeah, no
496.
worries there.
Runway 34 left. Clear to
We're
land.
pushing
On Nippon
back
848 heavy.
here.
Taxi to terminal
And we
via
should
Alpha.
send definitely
Japan Air
from
15 heavy.
Runway
from
22.
here
Cleared for
because
takeoff.
there's a lot of
Reaching
queue.
altitude
The
1000.
queue is
Contact
building up
departure.
here.
United 804 heavy.
Japan Air 239, runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Air 67, runway 34 right, line up and wait. Read.
Runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff on reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
What is so difficult about that?
Command property error.
Command
Air
property
67.
error.
Tower, all Nippon 848 heavy on final 34 left.
Air 67, don't give me property error. You know perfectly well it wasn't a property error. Now, get a hold of yourself and line up to the runway.
Duplicate a command. Air 267.
Tower, on Nippon 68 heavy on final 34 left.
Air 67, runway 34 right, line up and wait. Line up, you bastard.
Runway 34 right. Line up and
Pilots.
wait. Air 267.
Ground. Mark 023 ready to taxi.
Ground.
Ready to
Japan Air
taxi.
589 are ready to taxi.
Good job, pilots. These pilots know what to do. Japan Air 589, runway 22. Yeah, that's
Runway
routine.
22. Japan Air 589er.
And then
Runway
we
34
send
left.
these
Clear to land.
pilots.
On Nippon
These
68 heavy.
these pilots. Air 67, runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. If you are able to do that.
Runway 34 right. Cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude
They're
1000.
reading back to me.
Contact departure. Air 267.
Well done, pilots of Air 67. You are capable of doing
Ground.
something
Japan Air
well.
439er with information Delta. Requesting push and start.
Requesting push and start. All Nippon 1097, runway 34 right, line up and wait. Do it already.
Runway 34 right, line up and wait.
All Nippon 212 heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land. My god, there are constant stream of
Runway
arrivals.
34 left. Clear
There are
to
new
land.
pushback
On Nippon
requests
212
again.
Tower.
Where
On Nippon
do you
212
want to
heavy
go,
on final 34
Force
left.
496? Please tell me, where are you going? You're going over there.
Information Delta.
Japan Air
push and start.
496, taxi to terminal by Alpha. Yeah, that's
Taxi to
good.
terminal via
Now we
Alpha.
can push these back.
Japan Air 496.
Japan Air 669, pushback approved, expect runway 22. Delta 8 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 22. Ski mark 023, runway 22. Only pod 595 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right. Alpha wing 557, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right. New Sky 97, standby. Only
Alpha wing
pod
557.
1097, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Well, we are managing it okay because,
Standby.
you know, there's
Sky 907.
there's a lot of things going on and a lot of departures, and we have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planes on queue. If you watched my Heathrow episode, there were one time where there were 17 planes queuing for takeoff. So 6. That's nothing. But if you want to see an insane amount of traffic, watch my episode from the Heathrow with insane traffic. That was insane. Only bound 637, runway 34 right, line up and wait.
Runway 34 right, line up and wait. Only on 637.
Where do you want to go, All Nippon? You are going over there. Okay, then it's Juliet Romeo. All Nippon 848 heavy, taxi to terminal by Juliet Romeo.
Taxi to terminal via
Japan
Juliet.
Air 669,
All Nippon
runway 22.
848 heavy.
Runway 22. Japan Air
Delta 8 heavy,
669.
runway 22.
Runway 22. Delta 8 heavy.
Ground.
going on
Japan
over
Air
here?
669 are ready to taxi.
They are both ready
Ground.
to
Only
taxi.
159 heavy ready to taxi.
Alpha wing 557, runway 34 right. All Nippon 595 heavy, runway 34 right via Mike 2 Charlie. Yes,
Runway 34 right. Alpha wing 557.
another one arriving.
Runway 34 right. Via Mike
Where
2.
do you want to
Charlie.
go then?
Only 159 heavy.
Ground. Alpha wing 557 ready to taxi.
Alpha wing is taxi ready. All Nippon 68 heavy, taxi to terminal via Juliet Echo. Yes, that's the route
Taxi
I
to
wanted to
terminal
take.
via Juliet.
Japan Air
Echo.
589,
On Nippon
runway
68
22,
heavy.
line up and wait. We are on top of everything. I think I think oh God, I hope I'm on top of everything, because you know, a lot of things are going on at the same time. New Sky 97, prospect grid, expect runway 22. Let's have them go to 22 because there are less traffic there. They're touching down soon. United 881 heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land. Clear to land. Clear to land, clear to land, clear. Duplicated command! United 881 heavy. I'm aware it was a duplicated command, but my God, you make this so difficult for me.
Negative. I'm in the air. United 881 heavy.
United 881 heavy. Why are you so negative?
Negative. Unknown command. United 881 heavy.
United 881 heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left, clear to land.
Japan Air 589, runway 22, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Ski mark 20.
Runway 22, cleared for takeoff.
I cannot speak.
1000, contact departure. Japan Air 589er.
Ski mark 023, runway 22, line up and wait. That's more like it.
Runway 22, mark 023.
How difficult it is to speak sometimes. Well, English is not my native language, as you might have noticed. Only Nippon 637, runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Alpha Wing 557, hold position. Airdo 87 heavy, runway 34 right, line up and wait. Only Nippon 595 heavy, hold position. Alpha Wing 557, continue taxi. Japan Air 695, standby. Japan Air 523 heavy, standby. Japan Air 327 heavy, standby. Japan Air 439 standby. Let's give them standby commands just in case, because they have been waiting for some time.
1000, contact departure. Only 1637.
Japan Air 695, continue taxi. Okay, so now we get this queue here moving and we hold them there. Unfortunately, we had to let them in front of them. They were waiting for a long time, and then we passed them in front of them, even though they just arrived. But they had already taxied so far that I was afraid that if I let the other plane go first, they end up in a situation where it's a major ground handling error, and I didn't want that to happen, so I made it like this. Airdo 87 heavy, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Only Nippon 568 heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land. Why does it not register when I try to say cleared to land? Only Nippon 568 heavy, runway 34 left, cleared to land. Why didn't you take it the first time?
All Nippon 568 heavy. Runway 34 left, cleared to land.
Oh God.
All Nippon 568 heavy.
Alpha Wing 557, runway 34 right, line up and wait. Line up.
Runway 34 right, line up and wait.
Delta 120 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 22. Japan Air 32 heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land. Oh, I'm terrified. There's so many things going on that I'm bound to make a mistake. I just hope to keep everything together. I'm sorry, I might not be able to speak to you for a while, because now I need to concentrate on managing this massive airport.
Tower, Japan Air 542 on, final 34 left.
Too much things going on.
Ground, Alpha Wing 557 with information, Delta.
My God! You're overwhelming me, come on. Japan Air 542, runway 34 left, clear to land. No, clear to land, come on!
ATC タワー俺の首脳離れちゃう圧重の星東から西へ飛び交う道忙しいけど楽しい現場光るランプ数える間も昼も夜もここが舞台空の交響曲聴いてるよで て疑似出すんだ飛行機整列見つめるんだアドレナリン走るこの手東京はない忙しさの中で無駄にせず滑走路渋滞の合図離陸着陸それが仕事全ての空の道オーケストラ世界から集まる青い翼彼方まで見つめる東京の空俺たちが守るこの空の道毎日が新しい冒険さ電波に乗せて時事出すんだ飛行機総列見つめるんだアドレナリン走るこの手東京はない忙しさの中で
Runway 34 left, cleared to land. Only for 470 heavy.
Japan too heavy. You're too heavy.
Negative. Invalid target. Japan Air
Invalid
too
target.
heavy.
Japan Air too heavy. You're too heavy. Don't you understand that? I'm on the ground.
Negative. Unknown command. Japan Air too heavy.
Tower, only for 470 heavy on final.
Japan Air
34
too
left.
heavy. Runway 34 right by Alpha. Just messing with you. That's all.
Runway 34 right. Via Alpha. Japan Air too heavy.
But
Ground. Japan Air too heavy.
Japan Air
Ready to
clearly
taxi.
is too heavy.
Ground.
Can't they
Japan Air
understand that?
569 ready to taxi.
Oh, that's so fun.
Japan
We're
Air
almost 1
right.
hour in. We have
Runway
been
34
playing
left,
this game
cleared to
for
land.
51
Japan Air
minutes and
57.
it has been
Push back approved.
intense.
Expect runway 34 right.
Intense.
57 heavy.
It has been
Runway 34 right, cleared for
intense.
takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure.
Almost
Japan
too
Air
intense.
327 heavy.
Ski mark.
Runway 34 right.
Ski
Line
mark
up and wait.
112.
Japan
Taxi
Air
to terminal.
439er.
Japan Air 557. Runway 22.
Cross runway 16 right. Delta 120 heavy.
Runway 22, Japan Air 557.
Why
Runway
are
22,
they not
Japan
moving?
Air 557. Ground, Japan Air 557, ready to taxi.
Japan Air 557. Runway 22 via Whiskey.
Ground, Japan Air 28.
Japan Air 1 heavy. Runway 24 left. Clear to land. Again. What is going on?
I'm on
Come on!
Japan Air 1 heavy.
I'm getting frustrated
Japan Air
here.
131 heavy, ready to taxi.
Pilots not
Ground.
listening.
All Nippon
Come on.
657 heavy ready to taxi.
Japan Air 1 heavy. Runway 34 left. Cleared to land. How difficult is that? Japan Air 131 heavy. Runway 34 right. All Nippon 657 heavy. Runway 34 right.
Via
My goodness, I've
Japan Air
forgotten
285
all
heavy.
about these. I
Runway
should give
34
them
right.
clearances
Japan Air
now.
131 heavy.
New Sky 97, runway 22, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. All Nippon 73 heavy, runway 22, line up and wait. Where are you
Runway
wanting to
22,
go?
cleared for takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure.
You are wanting
New
to
Sky
go there.
907.
All Nippon 470 heavy, taxi to terminal via Juliet.
Runway 22. Line up and wait. All Nippon 73 heavy.
Japan Air 179, pushback approved, expect runway 34 right. All Nippon 891 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 22. Airdo 31 standby. Alpha Wing 537 standby. They are going to have to wait.
Hold position. Japan Air 569er.
All Nippon 73 heavy, runway 22 cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Japan Air 579, pushback approved, expect runway 22. They are going
Runway 34 left,
here.
clear to land. Alpha Wing
Where is
456.
there?
Pushback approved, expect runway 22. Japan Air 579er.
Japan Air 439, runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Japan Air 2 heavy, hold position. Japan Air 497, runway 34 right, line up and wait.
Runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Japan Air 439er.
Hold position.
Japan Air 131 heavy, hold position.
Runway 34 right, line up and wait. Japan Air
Japan Air
497.
179er, runway 34 right. Only Boeing 891 heavy, runway 22 via Charlie.
Hold position. Japan Air 131 heavy.
Runway 34
Starflyer
right.
15,
Japan
pushback
Air
approved,
179er.
expect runway 34 right. Airdo 31, pushback approved, expect runway 22.
Runway 22.
Japan
via
Air
Charlie.
516 heavy, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Pushback approved. Expect runway
Japan Air
22.
574,
Air
taxi to terminal via Alpha. Japan Air 573, runway 22. Wind is Japan Air 579, runway 22. Come on, do it.
Stand by. Alpha
you
wind
go.
537.
Runway 34 left,
Over there.
cleared to land.
Japan Air 1
516
heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha. Alpha wing 285, runway 22, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Japan Air 569, runway 22, line up and wait.
Taxi to terminal.
This
Japan
is
Air
crazy
57.
busy.
Taxi to terminal.
Aye, there are
Japan Air
planes
57.
all over the
Command
place.
property error. Runway 22. Japan Air 579er.
There's
Taxi
movement
to
all
terminal
over the
via Alpha.
place.
Japan Air 1 heavy.
空を見上げて